Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome again to Word Power. I'm your host, Dr. Julian Johnson, and I'm so excited to be able to share with you today something interesting and exciting, something that will be a blessing in your life. Spirit Woman 2, so good to see you this morning. And I want to let you know, welcome to Word Power. This morning, we're talking about digging your well before you are thirsty. And I want you to know today, everybody can get a blessing. Check out my new website, www.builttothrive.me. And I want to let you know today that there's something free for you, builttothrive.me/free. What's up? I am Ashes. So good to see you this morning. Welcome to Word Power. This is spiritual development for the rest of us, not perfect people, but just doing the best we can, and empowerment for all of us. The word of the week this week is preparation. And welcome to all those joining on Instagram, Spirit Woman 2, and I am Ashes. Please, please, please put your comments, your questions, and your thoughts in the chat on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook Live, or YouTube. And the word of the week this week is preparation. I'm Dr. Julian Johnson, your host, and I want to give you an announcement that next week, that's right, next Saturday morning, I'll be praying for everybody's business, whether you're a creator, innovator, somebody who is aspiring to do something great. I want to let you know that on the fourth Saturdays, we pray that God would abundantly bless everybody's business. So here we are. Check this text out today. It comes from Proverbs chapter 6, verses 6 through 8. Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer, no ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest. So I'm going to tell you, man, everybody is looking to see what's coming next. All right. We had the pandemic where everybody's quarantine lockdown slowly but surely. Things are opening back up. And I want to let you know today that I was reading a book this week. And inside of this book, there was a quote that said, dig your well before you are thirsty. And it was by Harvey Mackay. Actually, he has a book called Dig Your Well Before You're Thirsty, and it talks about networking. And I'm going to get that book and dive deep into it because I believe that we all need to find a good network to be about. But I want to let you know that when we dig before we're thirsty, just like the ant doesn't have any ruler, but it stores in the summer and gathers its food at harvest. Now, I'm not going to say that this is summertime. I'm not going to say that this is a great time. I'm not going to say that this is an amazing time. People are losing loved ones. People are having difficulty. But this is a time to prepare, though, for things to come. And I'd like to share with you just a few thoughts on that this morning. So my question for you today is, what are you preparing for following this season in your life? So everybody's going through a time of transition. Everybody's trying to figure out what's going to happen next. But I want to tell you today that there are ways of how we can position ourselves for the future that will actually propel us to a great, great, great promising life after the pandemic. Now, I want to let you know that you have to ask yourself a couple questions today. And I'm going to be asking you some questions. Please put your comments, your questions in the chat. And what are you doing, or how are you positioning your life for the future? I mean, so many people right now are trying to figure out what's new, what's next, what's normal. But I'm going to tell you, in order to prepare for the future, you got to take a blast from the past. Check out this quote by Oscar Robertson. He's one of the greatest NBA players, average a triple-double. He was awesome. But check this out. This is what he says. Get ready, get ready. Warning, warning. This might be basic, but it's going to prepare you. You got to learn the footwork, the positioning, how to box out, how to pass, how to shoot your free throws, and all these things are necessary. He's like, these things are necessary. So too often we want to get the big push. We want to have the big party to celebrate all that we've done. But we've got to do some planning and some digging and some preparation for the future. So what kind of things do you need to prepare for? What's up, Brian Jones? What kind of things do you need to prepare for? What kind of fundamentals do you need to return to in order to feel ready for the next season in your life? So you can prepare yourself for the future in the following ways. So number one, you got to prepare your mind. That's right. That's right. UNCF, your mind is a terrible thing to waste. Then you got to prepare your mind by doing what? Reading anything. Put your hands on stuff to read and engross your mind with new information, new thoughts. And if it's your area, whether it's botany or biology, whether it's science, or whether, it doesn't matter what it is, this is a time for you to read, to discover, to dig deep into your area and become an expert in your area. Don't just become average, become an expert. Then the next thing, find a cause. Find a cause. Now, there's some people who are looking for causes. Right now, a lot of people are looking for housing. There's a housing crisis that's looming in America. There's a lot of people looking for social justice and equity. There are a lot of people looking for inclusion. A lot of people looking for how to make ends meet right now. But what's your cause? What are you really passionate about? A lot of people are seeking some encouragement. Then I want to suggest to you number 3, let go of those toxic relationships. There's some people who are draining the very life out of you. And yes, guess what? There are some people who are designed to help you grow, and some people are designed to hold you back. Let go of those relationships. Some people you could be related to, some people you work with, and there are some people in business you're just trying to be nice. But I learned a principle from an evangelist, actually. He says you don't hire people to help them. You hire them because they're efficient. And if you hire people because you want to help them, basically you're holding yourself back. Don't hold yourself back. This is not the season to hold back. This is the season to grow. So some people are designed to help you to grow. Some people are designed to hold you back. So let the people go who are holding you back. The other thing, I want to share with you a few more on the other side, but I want to share with you just a little bit about what's going on with Built to Thrive. We also have our Built to Thrive network every single week. We have the network every single week, and the network is an opportunity to talk with experts. If you want to go back to hear something that happened last week, go to Built to Thrive on YouTube and listen to Christian Taylor share his story of his life, but also about how to thrive through cancer. He deals with cancer patients every single day. And then every Saturday morning, we're here for Word Power. And then we also want to thank you for subscribing on Built to Thrive on Instagram. Shout out to everybody on Instagram right now, on Twitter, and on Facebook, and on YouTube. Check out my book, 5 Minutes on Purpose, and it'll be a blessing in your life. And Finding Your Purpose on YouTube is waiting there for you. More than that, I need you to subscribe, like, and share my podcast, Built to Thrive, where I share what I talk about today, but more than that, more things, more insights, and more conversations. Well, back to where we just came from. We're talking about the fact that we need to dig our wells before we get thirsty. And when we dig our wells before we get thirsty, not only do we take time to find a cause, to prepare our minds, to find a cause, letting go of toxic relationships. I wish somebody would wave or shout at me, "What's up, KC Films Media?" We've got to let go of some toxic relationships, but you got to prepare yourself for your future. Listen, I didn't say the future, but prepare yourself for your future. Now, I want to tell you, some people are preparing themselves for the future that really belongs to other people. They're preparing other people's businesses. They're preparing other people's challenges. They're listening to other people's drama. But guess what? The more you listen and take in what other people have, the more you're going to put out a product for other people. But it's time to prepare yourself for your future. What's up, Amber K? 924. You got to prepare yourself for your future. That you have to join a network of like-minded people. Now, there's some people, you may think like me, like I'm a different thinker. It's not very popular all the time, but it's got me this far. Hello. But the reality is you got to join a network of people who are just like you. Some people are afraid to join a network because they're like, I don't know about that. I'm not sure what they'll think of me. But I'm telling you, when you prepare yourself for your future, you put the blinders on and you say, you know what? They're going to still be hating on me regardless of what I do. They're going to still be celebrating me regardless of what I do. So I might as well give them something good to write about, a good to smile about, because there's some good things that are happening. Then next thing, I want to encourage each of you to be able to encourage yourself to do something that's really awesome. Take time to plan out your life. Take time to plan out your life. I'm going to say it one more time. Take time to plan out your life. When you plan out your own life, the other people in your life will be blessed by the overflow. So that means, question, what do you want to do in 1, 3, or 5 years in your life? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to be about? This week, I took a group of leaders through a strategic planning process to prepare for the next 5 years. And guess what? They were blessed. They were excited. They were energized, even in the middle of the pandemic. So please, please, please reach out to me for a consult if you need help. As you need help and assistance, go to my Built to Thrive website and check out the the contact page. It's the last page on the website. I think it looks pretty good, but I need more than that. More than you looking at it, reach out to me. I'll reach back to you. Now, what do you want to be doing in 1, 3, or 5? Do you still want to be in the same place you in the next year? What's up, Be a Warrior 007? Do you still want to be in the same place next year? I'm telling you, you don't want to grow. You want to do anything different, but it's time to get a little bit more. And I'm going to tell you, number 6, we got one more after this. Number 6, you got to develop some health goals. I mean, guess what? The COVID-15 is a real thing. We're going to add more weight, add more inches to that belt line, and loosen up that belt a little bit more. And guess what? It's time to get in some shape. Time to do some things you've never done before. And I'm telling you, you can do it. I saw this lady named Marcina Cook just this morning. She lost almost 60 pounds, 50 pounds on her Facebook page, Marcina Cook. She started out 200. She's down to 159, looking good, slim and trim. And I want you to know you can do the same thing. But do you need to lose weight, or do you need emotional support? Your health is not just about your size of your waistline or your dress size, your pant size. Your weight could be emotional weight or spiritual weight or financial weight. Develop some health goals so you can sleep easier. And I want you to know today that it's possible to position yourself for the future. The answer to your own problem could be right under your bed. There's some people who are waiting to see what's going on and reaching out here, but you have been blessed by God. You have been given talents. You have been given gifts. You have been given authority. You have been given dominion. You have been given insight and wisdom, and you're afraid to use it. So I'm commanding you today to get up off of your couch, get up off of your chair, and go and do something and be great. So then the final question, guess what? You can't talk about sex. You can't talk about relationships, and people don't want you to talk about money. But brother, my sister, I'm going there today. What are you doing with all that extra money? You got a lot of extra money right now. You're not traveling places because you can't travel internationally. You may not be going on vacation like you wanted to plan or plan to. But I want you to know today that in order for you to get where you want to be, you're going to have to do some things that you haven't done before. You got to dig your well before you are thirsty. And I'm going to tell you, I've been blessed during this time. Things have been challenging. Yes, things have been tight financially, but we have been blessed because we sat down, we wrote down what we did. And one day I'll tell you, with my wife on here, I'm going to tell you exactly how we did it. But we've been blessed beyond measure. But you got to dig before you're thirsty. Some of y'all know you're going to be thirsty next year. Guess what? You know you're going to eat. You know you're going to plan. You know you're going to prepare. But I want to tell you something too. Guess what? People are giving away stuff for free. Now, I'm not going to say free, but there are places that are giving out a lot of insight, information, and clothes. You're still going to be alive next year. So you better do your shopping now while it's cheap. Buy that house now while the rates are low. But guess what? More than that, tell your money where your money should go. Tell the money where to go. Get an IRA. Get a financial planner. Do something that's going to be good for your life. And I'm telling you. So my girl, Adina Friedman shares this in the reference of a new job. But I want to share this with you in reference to your life. Now, starting a new job can be nerve-wracking, but it's also exciting. You're embarking on a new future, positioning yourself to write a fresh story on a clean slate. You have a clean slate, my friend. You have a clean slate, my sister. You have a clean slate, my brother. And if you don't have a clean slate, take an eraser, take something, push delete on your computer or your device and clean the slate. It's never too late to start over again. You can do it, and I believe in you. Please, if you need encouragement, inspiration, or information, please check out my new website, www.builttothrive.me. And I'm going to go through these one more time, what you need to do in order to prepare yourself for the future. Prepare your mind. Find a cause. Let go of toxic relationships. Prepare for your future. Take time to plan out your life. Then develop some health goals. And finally, what are you doing with all that extra money? I want you to know today, the time to wait is gone. Don't wait any longer. The time is now. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today, but you got to dig before you're thirsty. You got to get in there now while the time is right. And ain't nobody digging. So guess what? It's time for you to start digging. Time for you to start believing, and time for you to start trusting in your gut, believing that the ideas that you've had for years the time is now to implement them and take them to the next level. I want to shout out all the people in California and Oregon who are dealing with the fires and the aftermath, trying to put the pieces back together, praying for you. But please know that next week I will be praying for all businesses. So please hit me up, send me a message, inbox me, however you want to. I'm looking forward to being with you next week. But before all that, I want to remind you that you got to be like the ant. You got to prepare now in the summertime because harvest is coming. You got to store up your provisions and make sure, check out this book, Dig Before You're Thirsty. It'll change your life. It'll expand your network and expand your horizon. Listen, a whole lot's going on. R.I.P. to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, great woman for equality and the rights of all people around the globe, especially here in America. So I want to shout out everybody who's been watching. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday night. We'll have another guest on the network. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for being a part. May God bless you real good, and I'll see you the next time. Until then, I'm Julian Johnson, and I approve this message.